Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Reviews. Today I'm so excited because we are at Christian Harris Outdoor Gym. He has a lot of equipment that we are going to see, kind of tour, maybe do a contrast session in the sauna and the cold tub. But I kind of want to talk to him and get his feedback on why he chose the equipment that he did, talk about his CrossFit season, some other questions that I have. But do you want to introduce who you are, what you've been doing, and why you decided to bring all this equipment to your gym or your home when you actually have a gym?
So my name is Christian Harris, CrossFit Games athlete. I've been doing CrossFit for over 10 years now. I'm somewhat retired in the fitness space when it comes to CrossFit. I'm doing things now like Hyrox. I'm training for New York City Marathon and tackling some different athletic endeavors. This is the home gym. I mean, as Lindsay said, I do have a CrossFit affiliate about less than 10 minutes from here. So maybe it seems a little unnecessary to have all this equipment, but during COVID times, I definitely stocked this place to the gills. You know, this is just kind of a culmination of equipment that I've had over the past, 8 years or so. But
Okay, what was the first piece of equipment you got then?
first thing I got was a barbell and like a set of maybe, I think it was like 320 pounds of bumper plates.
Do you remember, are they Rogue?
Yeah, it was a Rogue Ohio bar, just the high temp bumper plates. And this was all grass. Actually, I didn't have the turf at the time. So I would just do all of my lifting in the driveway. I would, clean and snatch and stuff like that out there.
That is like the nice part about any sort of like Olympic lifting or even like CrossFit sometimes is you don't have to have a ton of equipment, because you're right, like you grab barbell dumbbells, you're like clean and jerking, snatching. I would assume you could do like barbell cycling with front squats, whatever.
Sure. Yep. So that was kind of like what I did. I was just coming off of an injury at the time. I tore my pec and I wanted to get back into it. So I wanted to, do some stuff on my own at home and like not be around so many people. And, the driveway served its purpose. So I would do cleans, snatching, and then I would do some sort of metcons where it's like running and barbell cycling and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I know you did just do the New York Hyrox. Was that your first one?
That was my first one.
Okay, so what was the experience like? I'm so interested, because that's where my speed, I love running, I love rowing, I love the conditioning side of stuff.
Sure.
But I like that there's that strength element in the race as well. And also, I'm somebody who loves seeing people just try max effort hard. And that's kind of like a grinder of a race, right?
For sure. So I did a doubles. Okay. I did the open because I was a little intimidated in just, one, the pace that a lot of these top guys are running.
Sure.
But then also just not wanting to throw myself in there and have these high expectations and kind of, be let down.
Sure, it's this just new thing.
For sure.
Let's just go in and see what it's about.
So the experience was great. I mean, the venue was awesome. It was on the pier in New York City, so you're overlooking the Hudson, so incredible views. But the people and the experience overall, it really just reminded me of CrossFit. When CrossFit first started, just how excited people were about this.
Well, let's go through. Obviously, you have the Concept 2 bike erg.
Yes.
Is this your favorite? Do you prefer the Echo? Do you prefer the Assault? I know they're different.
I don't think anyone prefers the Echo bike. Okay. The Echo bike I prefer over the Assault bike just because I feel like it's a little bit more robust. It's better built. I like this bike because I just feel like I can aerobically just sit on it for a while.
Do you do a lot of zone 2?
A lot of zone 2 on this. I can easily spend an hour on this thing and just sit in that heart rate, that zone 2 heart rate, and just grind out. Whereas the rower, sometimes you can get spiked a bit. It's a little bit more muscularly taxing on your biceps, your hamstrings, your butt gets sore after a while. So
do you do any sort of specific training with the bike erg and then the Concept 2 rower for the Hyrox race? Approach?
The bike I don't really use for Hyrox training specifically. The rower, I have a ski inside the shed, and those are two ergs that get used heavy in Hyrox. But if you guys follow my training, I post a ton of EMOMs and I use all the ergs.
Sure.
Love to use the cardio equipment for sure.
If you had to choose your favorite cardio equipment?
Yeah, I'd probably say this. Okay. Yeah, because you can go along with it, right? You can stay on it for 1 to 2 hours if you needed to, like do something very endurance-y. But then if you turn the damper all the way up and you kind of ride with your butt out of the saddle, and like pair it with something like wall balls or like heavy squats, yeah, it's like you can make this a very leg intensive workout. So
I agree. I love this, but I might choose the ski.
I do like the ski as well, though. That would be my second choice.
Okay, good. Okay. So let's go over here. What do you do over here? What type of barbells do you have right now? How often are you using this rig? I mean, this is massive.
So this is from a company called Gorilla Fitness. They're Canadian based.
Okay.
I did some work with this company back in probably 2019. They sent out this rig. That bar up there, I would hang either a rope or I could throw rings up there to do muscle ups and things like that. Wall ball target, and then 3 different stations for pull-ups or toes to bar, of that nature. And then, you know,
obviously,
places to
squat and stuff.
Yep, got a bench.
What would you say like your favorite heavy lift is? Like, we're not talking Olympic, maybe more like power. Like, would you rather deadlift, front squat?
I'd rather squat, back squat all day.
Okay.
It's funny, when I first started getting into like really, really heavy lifting, my back squat and my deadlift were the same weight.
Really?
Yeah. The deadlift is more now, just because, you know, I've learned how to train better. It should be. But in the beginning, I'd much rather squat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If people ask me power clean or squat clean all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite Olympic lift.
Yeah.
Snatching, like, let's get out of here. I was like, throw out 15s and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so show us what's next.
All right, so we call this the old shred shed.
I like that.
So inside here, we've got a plate tree with some competition plates. So this.
What made you choose like Gorilla Fitness?
They reached out and wanted to work with me, and I wanted to get something set up in the backyard. So it was kind of a no-brainer.
How long have you had these?
Since 2019.
Okay, so it held up like really well, especially thinking this isn't like a climate-controlled area.
For sure. So we've got the competition plates there. Down here, I have a pair of Rogue adjustable dumbbells. These things are pretty cool. They're little barbells, essentially.
Is this like a, what?
I want to say 28.
Okay.
So it's got spin to it, just like a barbell. Even the width of the collars are the same as a barbell. So if I wanted to actually throw the big plates on there, I could throw them.
Do you do carries and stuff with them?
A lot of carries with them. I'll bench press with these guys. I have the bigger plates.
Yeah.
Like these. So these are 25 pounds.
And is this all Rogue?
That's all Rogue, yeah. So it's got the knurling on there. You know, you could do things like dumbbell snatches. I'll typically use those. Like I have them set at 45 pounds right now. So I'll do like a lot of leg work with them. So things like, you know, RDLs and lunging and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of lazy. So I'll just basically, if I was going to back press, I would warm up with that. And then I would just throw the 25s on top and like get right into it. Yeah. So
whenever you're like, this is basically, you can just drag out.
Yeah. I mean, so in the wintertime, I'll try to configure it so that I can utilize it a bit. So I've done workouts where, you know, I'll have the biker, this ramp folds up, kind of built that. So I'll fold up the ramp, I'll sit the bike erg on top, and then I'll be able to do like some running, rowing, and running, biking, and skiing.
Boxing gloves.
Got some boxing gloves in there, just in case, you know.
You need to fight somebody?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a little stability ball in here. Again, space heater, treadmill.
Sandbags.
Salt bike, sandbags. Those are probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment, as simple as it is.
What are the weight on those?
A 150 and a 100.
Okay. So do a lot of carries?
A lot of bear hug carries, a lot of sandbag to shoulder, bear hug squats, shoulder squats, lunging with them. Especially when I was training for the games, like I would utilize the sandbags all the time just because you can kind of stimulate using the worm without having 3 other people.
Sure. Awesome.
All right, so this is the office here.
Okay.
Kind of like a dual purpose space.
Okay, so I see obviously the stepper.
Yes.
Is it new?
I got it about a month ago now.
Why? Why did you decide to do it? I'm a fan, but...
So I always loved using a stair climber.
Sure.
In back in the Globo Gym days before I got into CrossFit. It was one of my favorite pieces.
Like, this feels so antithesis to a CrossFit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
But now, again, like training for a marathon, I need to be able to spend a lot of time on my legs. And some days, if it's absolutely pouring out or, if my knee is a little bit banged up, I'll hit this for an extended period of time instead of going out for a run.
Sure.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, no, this is great.
And I'm telling you, 15 minutes in,
you're
drip.
toast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's miserable. I think people like go, oh, I didn't feel it. And I'm like, well, then you didn't go fast enough or something, because within 10 minutes, you should be done.
Yep, 100%. And they sent like a bunch of accessories.
So are you doing like weighted vests?
Yeah. They sent a bunch of resistance bands and things like that.
That's cool.
And the display screen is pretty dope.
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah.
Do they have programs on it that you
They do. I don't follow them. I just do the open goal, either like time or step based. It's funny. The other day, I'm like, all right, let me do the 3,000 steps. And like I start going, and 10 minutes in, I'm at like 700 steps.
Did you almost?
This is gonna take way too long. Yeah.
Okay, I see a couple supplements.
Yes. Element C. Yep. Some Element.
That's my favorite.
The grapefruit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Grapefruit is good. And then I also have some Meal One, some Nightcap from Creatures of Habit, Nello, which is like a probiotic supplement, some Arma colostrum. This is kind of like the overflow of like stuff that's in the cabinets.
Say the fact that you're so strong. You're using 30-pound dumbbells. What are you doing with them?
I have a wife and kid, so sometimes I got them in here training a bit. Ankle weights and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I'll use like the 10 pounds and I'm doing like some extra rotations.
Sure.
Get a little prehab work in.
Yeah, I gotta keep the shoulders healthy. That's right. He's like, no, guys, I'm strong. I lift heavy. Okay, let's go see your recovery stuff and then do a session.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm so excited. So you have 2 cold tubs, 3?
I have 3.
He has 3. 2 on
Not
girls,
excessive.
right?
Not excessive.
It's fine. I am excessive, so I appreciate other people who are like, why not?
So the first one I got was this guy here.
Okay, is this
or anything else? This is the ice barrel. What is
original, right?
the ice barrel? I want to say I want to butcher it, but I think it's the 400.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
The first one.
Mhm.
Started with this guy. This was probably about 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And loved doing the cold exposure. Would do it first thing in the morning and then maybe once again in the afternoon. Then I'd say about 6 months later, I ended up getting the Sisu.
Mhm.
And this thing is awesome.
Well, I have this at my house, and like fall, winter, spring, it's great. I can't get it cold enough during the summer. It melts so fast, and that's like my biggest complaint. So I'm like, if you're somebody who lives in more of a like climate controlled, you're not having these extreme variations in temperature, this is great. Like
Yep.
You don't need anything fancy, but I'm spending so much money on ice during the summer that it's silly.
Yep.
So
Totally get it. So then they came out with that guy there. The size is about the same. The difference is that this is double insulated, so it keeps its temperature way longer. So if you get it cold, as cold as you want it, it'll probably hold the temperature for close to a week. This is kind of like entry level. I'd say this is definitely a step up. I know the chiller is coming out for this.
yeah.
I haven't received it yet, but I'll definitely be using that a lot more.
When you are doing your like cold tub sessions, do you prefer the like horizontal design or the vertical design where you can just like drop in?
I do like the upright positioning. For myself, being a bigger guy, this one is actually
Does it feel narrow?
this is more suited for my height than this.
Oh, okay.
When I'm seated in that one, my shoulders kind of stick out,
Sure.
but in this one I can kind of like pull up.
Pull in.
Yeah. And then this one is very, very big. It's spacious for anybody that's like 6'4" up.
Right. Do you know how cold this one gets? This is what?
I have it set right now to 40 degrees.
Chili goat.
The chili goat.
Okay.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah. It's beautifully built. Like this is all anti-slip here, anti-slip.
And you even have, it's interesting because this is a different sort of like horizontal design than I've seen a lot of tubs have, because you have this little seat.
A little baby seat.
Yeah.
Yep. Plus these are like little armrests.
Yeah, so you can like I feel like, get a little bit more comfortable. I think sometimes my complaint with like a horizontal design, like I love the plunge, that's what we have in my house, but it's just like this angled thing and you're kind of like slipping and back and forth. Does that make sense? This feels like you're almost seated, but you could be fully supported.
You are, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So
I'll give you my review after. We'll hold off. Okay, and then
and this is the Sisu Sauna. She's
star of the show.
The 6 to 8 person. She's heating up right now. Yes, so you can definitely feel that in there.
I feel it.
Nice and spacious.
I love. And do you use obviously oils on top? You do like a little.
I'll do some essential oils in there. That one is like a blend. It's got like a eucalyptus.
That's why I love the eucalyptus in there. Yeah. Put it on the rocks and pour water over.
Yep.
Yeah. What is it called? Get the lathe. It's like when the heat comes off of the rocks after you pour water.
Right. It's
called something. I can't remember. I'll think about it. I'll know this word in a second. Give me a minute.
But I have it set to 205 right now, so be pretty warm.
This is my kind of day.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Okay, so out of all this, obviously you're training really hard. You're doing a lot of like cardio, conditioning right now, it seems. Recovery is going to be a huge aspect to that. So you have all this really amazing equipment. What does your like routine look like for something, or if somebody's looking to get into contrast therapy, right? You're doing hot, you're doing cold exposure. What would you say to them, and what do you?
So I use them for different purposes. So the cold, I actually do first thing in the morning. Like I try to do it within just a few minutes of waking up.
Mm-hmm.
This really wakes the central nervous system up. I feel like I have much more clarity. I feel like I don't need as much caffeine. Like you'll see, like as soon as you pop out of there, you're like, all right, we're good. We're ready to go for the day. So I use it for that. At least once a day, I will do a contrast session where if I can fit it in my schedule, I'll do 20 minutes in the sauna and then about 2 to 3 minutes in the cold.
Okay.
At least once a week, I'll do a big contrast session where I'll do 3 rounds of that.
Sure.
But I always will finish with
cold.
Because
is that because of like what you've heard from podcasts, like
listening to the podcast, and you want to
making sure your body is like reacclimating on its own. You want
correct.
to feel that.
I'll invite people over and we'll do the contrast session. They'll do the cold and then they'll want to jump back into the sauna. I'm like, no.
You're like, it's actually
you gotta naturally warm up. Yes, for sure. So, and then I'll also use the cold tub just after a long run. Like I'll literally get here. I'll like hit my watch, I'll cool down, I'm like taking my socks and my heart rate strap off, and then I'll just pop right into the cold. Like I'll just do legs only for like 5 to 10 minutes just to get that recovery going.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I'm excited about this. I honestly can't state enough what a cool space you have. I'm sure that you know this, but this is so beautiful.
And I appreciate it.
Thank you for letting us come out and see all of it. And I'm excited to do at least one session, right? We'll do 20 minutes.
Yeah, we could do one round. Yeah, definitely.
And I'll shoot for 3 minutes. We'll see. I'm competitive. So if he's doing 3 minutes, I'm doing 3 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes up to 230.
Okay. We don't need to be that aggressive today. It is a Thursday after all. That was hot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was really hot. We're doing the cold tub next, which genuinely I'm just like so excited for. Somebody set a timer. We'll see how long it can go. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, real quick, can you tell everybody where they can find you, social media, anything, where they find who you are?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at I am Chris Harris. You can check out my company, Move Fast, Lift Heavy. On Move Fast, Lift Heavy, we have training apparel, we have lifestyle apparel, we have brick and mortar facilities, and training programs that you can follow along with online.
Okay, we just wrapped up, 20 minutes in the sauna?
20 minutes in the sauna, 3 in the cold.
3 in the cold. It was honestly exactly what I wanted out of this experience. Aside from meeting you, aside from seeing your amazing space, like doing a sauna cold tub, that makes my heart happy. And then he also gave us some food recommendations, which I'm actually really excited about. But seriously, Christian, like this has been so great. Thank you so much for allowing us to come to your home, see your gym, do this with me. I mean, he just met me and I'm a talker. So I was like, you ready to spend 20 minutes with me? But Anyways, yeah.
That was a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Okay. Guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Reviews. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow Christian Harris. All of the things. Thank you for watching. Peace.